U.S. intelligence officials are blaming Iran for a targeted attack on Trump's presidential campaign. It's the first time intelligence officials have publicly made these claims. Officials also say Iranian hackers targeted individuals associated with what was the Biden-Harris campaign. The FBI is one of 3 federal agencies to release their joint findings on Monday. They claim Iran is ramping up their efforts to interfere in the 2024 presidential election and, quote, stoke discord and undermine confidence in our democratic institutions. CBS News Intelligence national security reporter Olivia Gazis joins us now from the State Department. Olivia, what more do we know about these findings?
Sure, Lindsay. Well, the key development here is exactly what you mentioned, that for the first time, U.S. intelligence is attributing this openly to the Iranian government, both the attempted hack of both presidential campaigns and the apparently successful hack of the Trump campaign. And even though there were claims and reporting to this effect last week, now this has the imprimatur of the U.S. government. And it matters because it's coming at an incredibly fraught moment for the two countries. There are ongoing Gaza ceasefire talks, which U.S. officials have acknowledged are forestalling a retaliatory attack by Iran on Israel. And of course, we are aware of these active alleged plots by Iran on former President Trump and his members of his administration in retaliation for the 2020 strike on Qasem Soleimani, the Quds Force commander. So anything that exacerbates those tensions further is a big step.
What evidence is there to support this assessment? And you did mention Qasem Soleimani, but what motivation would Iran have, would Iranian actors have to sow discord, to question, to sow doubt in the U.S. democracy?
Sure. Well, the U.S. government at this point is not releasing any additional intelligence as to what it knows about the hacks or what may or may not have been taken. That has come, moreover, from private companies like Microsoft and Google, who have given insight into the spear phishing techniques that Iran has used to target senior members of the Trump campaign in order to try to gain access to confidential materials. We've heard from media outlets, including the Washington Post and Politico, that they in fact received those materials, but have thus far refused to publish them. This is usually highly classified information, but what U.S. intelligence has concluded before is that these Iranian-linked actors, usually driven by the IRGC, the Revolutionary Guard Corps, have a direct line to the supreme leader who is giving his blessing, if not instruction, to carry out these kinds of hacks.
Have to be quick with you. We're out of time. You mentioned spear phishing. What does that mean?
Sure. That's when actors send what looks like a credible email to a recipient, hoping that they will click on a link that, in fact, infects their email account, allowing these hackers access to their account. And that's what we understand has happened in the case of the Trump campaign, allowing Iranian hackers to access those materials that they then tried to leak to American media outlets.
Maybe PHISH. Olivia Gazis, thank you.
Thanks.